We want to just thank you for coming, Mackenzie, Julia, and Joshua, and of course our guests as well. We hope that this is an informative little session for you guys. And I will just first introduce myself. My name is Morgan Miller. I'm one of the admissions advisors here at Niagara. We sort of help you guys as students get along through the entire admissions process. So I will put my contact information in the chat box. Anything that you guys need, please don't hesitate. Call, text, email, whatever is easiest ways of communication. And we will help you answer all those specific questions, help you with your admissions, talk about some scholarships and all that fun stuff. So please don't hesitate to reach out. But without further ado, I am going to turn it over. And we are going to have a great presentation today. And also Professor Hinckley is great with having current students on. So you guys are really going to be able to hear from people who are currently at NU or coming back in the fall. They might not be here right now, and be able to ask them some questions as well.
Great, thank you, Morgan. So I am Professor Hinckley. I teach in the political science department, and I'm the director of Niagara's PreLaw advisement program. So thank you all for joining us as summer is winding down. We appreciate you taking some time to learn more about our PreLaw program, and welcome as well to anyone who's watching the recording. So I'm going to give just a brief presentation to highlight some of the pillars of our PreLaw program. And then we have three very special guests, Kaylee Castle-Vitre, Gabby Moran, and Bella Ayu, who are current students who are here to share their experience with you. So let me just share my screen. So as you think about PreLaw, one of the important aspects of Niagara's PreLaw advisement program is that it is open to students in all majors who are interested in law, as well as students in the academic exploration program. And our PreLaw program is designed to help students navigate the path to law school or other legal careers. During our time together today, I'd like to highlight three pillars of Niagara's PreLaw program that set us apart from other colleges and universities, not only in Western New York, but nationwide. The first of these is one-on-one advisement. This is the centerpiece of Niagara's PreLaw program. Starting when students arrive on campus their first year, I meet regularly with PreLaw students to provide information, guidance, and advice. The first step is helping our students decide whether law is the right choice for them. It's a priority for students to learn about the various fields of law and career possibilities as a lawyer, or in legal careers that don't require a law degree. For example, some PreLaw students choose to pursue careers in government, in corporate, startup, or nonprofit roles, or as paralegals or law firm administrators. For students who continue on the law school track, I serve as a resource and guide through every step of the law school application process, from maximizing your score on the LSAT, the law school admission test, to writing effective law school admissions essays, and ultimately choosing a law school that will help you achieve your aspirations in the law. The second pillar of our PreLaw program comprises courses and internships. The quality and breadth of law-related courses offered at Niagara sets us apart. In addition to our introductory survey course in American law, I teach courses in constitutional law, civil rights, civil liberties or First Amendment, healthcare law, mental health law, environmental law, international law, among others. And departments across campus offer courses focusing on different areas of law and the legal system, including criminal law and trial advocacy taught by a New York State Supreme Court Justice, Judge Clark, business law, sports law, even philosophy of law. So you have lots of courses to choose from to start to build a foundation of legal knowledge and legal skills. Niagara offers a minor in law and jurisprudence that is open to students from all majors. We also strongly encourage students to complete a legal internship, which we can help to arrange. So in recent years, we've had students intern with state and federal judges, in district attorneys' offices, with criminal defense attorneys, and in law firms across the state. The central goal is to ensure that students have the legal skills, theoretical knowledge, and practical experience that they'll need to succeed in law school and beyond. One of the courses I mentioned, constitutional law, is modeled on a first-year course at Harvard Law School. Gabby and Bella are both veterans of constitutional law. In this course, we focus on US Supreme Court opinions interpreting the Constitution, deciding the constitutionality of federal treaties, state and federal laws, government regulations, and executive actions. And we start by reading the Constitution itself. The Supreme Court and the 9 Supreme Court justices who decide constitutional cases are the focus of our study of constitutional law. So here are the 9 justices. I'm sure you all can name them. There will be a quiz at the end. Just kidding, just kidding. So you get to know the court, you get to know the justices, and this is actually how the justices sit when they hear oral arguments. So if you join our trip to the Supreme Court, this is how you will see the justices aligned on the court, with Chief Justice John Roberts in the center, Senior Associate Justice Clarence Thomas to his right, and if you recognize Justice Stephen Breyer, whose name has been in the news recently, there's a lot of speculation that Justice Breyer might step down, might retire, but in fact, he will be returning for a 28th year on the court. The third pillar of our program is the PreLaw Student Association, which sponsors an extraordinary array of events throughout the year, including guest speakers and opportunities to interact with lawyers and judges. And you'll get to hear from Gabby and Bella, who are going to be the co-presidents of the PreLaw Student Association this coming year. And they can tell you much more about what they have planned. But I'll mention that outside of the context of a pandemic, one of the major focuses for the PreLaw Student Association is trips. We visit law schools and legal conferences. So in 2019, the last time that we were able to travel due to the pandemic, a group of more than a dozen pre-law students went to the National Law School Forum in Boston. Students met with representatives from over 100 law schools across the country. We visited Suffolk Law School in downtown Boston. Students sat in on a law school class and met with Chris Selak, another Niagara Pre-Law alumnus who graduated from Suffolk Law in May. For those of you who are baseball fans, the graduation was held at Fenway Park. We also toured Harvard Law School, my alma mater, and met with one of my law school classmates, Amanda Phillips, who is a litigation attorney in Boston. Last year, we weren't able to travel, unfortunately, but we made the most of the situation. We took virtual law school tours, and we participated in a digital law school forum. Each spring, we go to Washington, D.C. to attend oral arguments at the Supreme Court. And in recent years, we've been able to arrange behind-the-scenes tours of the court, lunches with Supreme Court advocates, and even a private meeting with one of the justices. a truly remarkable once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And Niagara Pre-Law students who meet rigorous academic, professional, and ethical standards can earn induction into the International Legal Honor Society, Phi Delta Phi. So before I wrap up, I'll mention outcomes. As you're choosing a college, as you're deciding on a pre-law program that is right for you, it's important to look at the outcomes and the track record. Niagara's pre-law program has a proven track record of helping students earn admission to the best law schools in the country. Here I speak from personal experience. Not too many years ago, I was where you are. I was deciding where to go to college, and I chose to attend Niagara. The education I received as a Niagara pre-law student opened doors that I had barely dreamed of. After Niagara, I went on to Harvard Law School. I clerked for a federal court of appeals judge. I worked at an international law firm in Washington, D.C. And in 2015, I returned to Niagara to teach and mentor the next generation of pre-law students. So I'm delighted that you'll get a chance to hear from three of our outstanding students, Bella, Gabby, and Kaylee, who are excelling in every facet of the program. Over the past 6 years, Niagara pre-law students have achieved extraordinary results. Our most recent graduates have earned admission to the law schools at Northwestern, Georgetown, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Illinois, William and Mary, and Penn State, to name just a few. And we have strong pipelines to the University at Buffalo, Syracuse, Albany, and other law schools in New York. We've introduced a new accelerated bachelor's to JD 3+3 program with UB Law and St. John's University in New York City, our sister school. And we can talk more about that if you have questions. So here is my email. And please don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions that we're not able to address during our time together today, or if you're watching on recording, please feel free to reach out. Thank you again for those of you who are joining us live, and for those of you who are watching. I hope that you will decide to join Niagara's pre-law program. But I'd like you to now have a chance to hear from some of our current students. So Kaylee, Gabby, Bella, if you could introduce yourselves and share a little bit about your experience at Niagara so far. Why don't we start with Kaylee?
Hi, I'm Kaylee. I'm going to be a sophomore in the fall. And one of the things I've been working on lately is trying to start a mock trial team at Niagara. So I've been working with Professor Hinckley and Gabby and Bella, and I'm trying to figure out all the information about how to start a club, and working with the AMTA, which is the American Mock Trial Association, about tournaments and what we need to start a team. Yeah.
Great, thank you, Kaylee. And certainly those who are joining us, if you have questions, you'll be able to pose them to our current students. Kaylee is also pursuing our 3+3 program, so if that's of interest, we can talk more about what that entails. First, Gabby or Bella.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
And I'm Bella.
And as you guys might have seen, we're having a little bit of trouble with getting everything together, but we're making it work. And that's really what it's all about, making things work. So we are co-presidents for the Pre-Law Association, and we are very excited for this year. We have a lot of really cool things planned. And yeah, so I am a second-year student, but I'm graduating early, so I'm going to be a junior. And
I'm a third-year student, but this will actually be my last year here. And I actually just took my LSAT yesterday. It's very crazy, but exciting new step. So as we're going through the process, we'll also be experiencing it along the way as well, which will hopefully also give you guys more of an insight on what our experience is like going into it, about to go into it. And we just really want a super interactive semester this summer, or this semester.
So, you know, when I first came to Niagara, the thing that really stood out to me was this pre-law program. And Professor Hinckley is absolutely 100% telling the truth when he says the advisement is like the center of the entire program. And I can't tell you how helpful oh my goodness, I can't speak. I can't tell you how helpful Professor Hinckley has been through this entire process. And I'm not even to the point where I'm taking the LSAT yet. Just giving me guidance with where I want to go with my career and how to get there has just been so helpful. And you know, all the classes are super interesting. Bella and I both took constitutional law together, and it can be a little daunting at first because, like Professor Hinckley said, it is modeled after like a law school class, but it was super interesting and super fun. And it's just like something that everyone involved with the pre-law program is super passionate about. And you can just tell that talking to any of the advisors, any of the teachers teaching any law classes. It's just really like a great thing to just be surrounded by people so passionate about the subjects they're teaching, but also about helping you succeed.
Absolutely. Like yesterday, whenever I ran into the problem, Hinckley was the first person I reached out to, and he's so good at responding, getting back to us. It's really one-on-one, and he's such a great advisor. I've really appreciated just having that, and I'm so glad I've come to NU. Let's see, the course, yeah, I had never done a case brief in my life, so taking courses with Hinckley, even starting with Intro to Law, you really get hands-on with it and see, is this for you? You get to especially in Intro to Law, I remember we learned all kinds of cases. We even started with the basics like contract law. And I mean, I thought I didn't know when I did decide my major was going to be political science, when I did want the pre-law program, I was still like, is law for me? But being a part of pre-law, being an officer of it, really getting to know people in it, getting into the courses and just seeing how much I love it and how much I've loved being surrounded by people so passionate about it. I have found so much success in it, and I'm just really excited for the steps coming up. So I really hope we can do that for everyone too.
And just to add, even if you're not 100% about like, you're not 100% committed to having law as your career, like Professor Hinckley said, there's something here for everyone. Even if you just want to take a few like intro to law courses, or whether you want to do that or you want to become an officer of the pre-law association, or
do it.
Yeah, it's super fun. But anything you want to do, whatever level of commitment and of like involvement that you want to have in this pre-law advisory program, it's available to you, and they will help you whatever path you want to take and however much you want to be involved. It's really open-ended and it's really tailored to you.
Great, thank you so much, Kaylee.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that people at NU are invested in you doing well. Like Professor Hinckley is always there to talk to you. Like I met with you, I think like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times throughout last semester, and I didn't have him for a class. It was just to talk about my other classes, if I needed help with any of my other classes. I believe I met with him over an essay idea for another class. But I think one of the major things is that what you put in is what you get out of it. So if you're really invested in the program, you are going to get a lot out of it, and people are going to be invested in you.
Great, thank you so much. Do we have any questions?
Mackenzie, Joshua, and Julia, you guys can also feel free to, if you would like to show your face, we love seeing you guys, and you can unmute yourself if you'd like to just ask questions, or if you maybe feel more comfortable putting them in the chat box, you can do that as well.
Well, as you're thinking of questions, why don't I ask Kaylee, Gabby, and Bella to let everyone know what are you majoring in, and what are your career goals in the law?
I can go first. So I'm an international studies student. I chose that path because my family really liked to travel before COVID hit. And I like seeing different cultures. And basically in that major, I learned about different styles of government and different cultures and stuff like that. And the route I kind of want to go is obviously the 3+3. I'm aiming for UB Law School. And after that, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be like a corporate lawyer, I think, something dealing with HR and employment. And then after that, I think I want to try and go for a judgeship. I'm not quite sure really what I want to do there. I've had a lot of different influences in my life. I know a judge in my family. She's like a family friend. She's in surrogate court. So I talk to her a lot, and I think I want to do something kind of like that, but I'm not quite sure.
Wonderful. Gabby and Bella?
Yeah. So I'm majoring in political science, and I have minors in philosophy, law and jurisprudence, and Africana studies. I think I've always leaned towards wanting to go into family law, especially. And I did absolutely want to do the 3+3 for sure. And I am looking at UB Law School as well. I majored in political science because we had this thing in high school called Government Day. And I've always been a little better at history classes and English classes, still figuring it out. It was really cool meeting like our town's mayor, and, you know, somewhere down the road, if I do that too, that'd be really cool. So I just thought I'd have my major in that as well. Just like, I don't know, back up learning more about our government, which helps with pre-law anyway. But yeah, that's me.
I'm Gabby again. I am double majoring in criminal justice and political science with a minor in pre-law. And I don't know, I've just really always been interested. I know that like when I was in high school, I always kind of leaned more towards the history courses and towards English, just like she was saying, Bella was saying. And I always knew I wanted to do something with law. I just didn't know how I wanted to get there. So criminal justice to me, I was always kind of leaning more towards like, you know, criminal trials, but I'm really open to anything. I think both political science and criminal justice, all the classes I've taken for either of those majors have just been fantastic. They've been so interesting and so like, they like, I don't even know how to describe this. Like they, you know, open up your mind. I don't think that's the right word, but you know, like they just make you more open-minded. That's what I was trying to say. And I really love the classes that I'm taking. I love the majors that I'm doing, and I love the pre-law program. Mm-hmm.
Great, thank you all. I see a question in the chat for the 3+3 program. Are SATs required? So in applying to Niagara, the test optional policy still applies. In order to join the 3+3 program and access all of these opportunities in pre-law, all you have to do is mark pre-law on your application, let us know that you're interested in pursuing the 3+3 program, and we'll take it from there. We meet during summer orientation to plan out your first year schedule, and we make sure, as Kaylee and Bella know, every step of the way, we are planning out the next steps and making sure that you are on track to be eligible for the 3+3 program. As a third year student, you will take the LSAT and hopefully reach your target score. And we spend a lot of time working on how to prepare for the law school admission test in a way that is going to maximize your score so that you meet the threshold that our law school partners require. The other major component is GPA and demonstrating academic excellence in your 3 years at Niagara, so that when you apply as a third-year student, you are able to meet the GPA cutoff of 3.5. So for anyone who is interested in the 3+3 program, if you have other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and we can talk through all of the eligibility criteria and how that process works. But to your question, the test optional in applying to Niagara still applies. Other questions?
While we're waiting for some additional questions, Kaylee, Gabby, and Bella, if you guys feel comfortable and would like to put your contact information in the chat box, maybe in case a student would like to reach out to you guys, that would be awesome. While we wait to see if we have any more questions.
Well, and as you can hear, there are some very exciting things underway at Niagara, including getting the mock trial team up and running and all of the events, activities that Gabby, Bella, and the PreLaw Student Association have planned. I'm certainly looking forward to this fall and would encourage you, if you have questions, to reach out to our students, and they'll be more than happy to share their experience, not only in PreLaw, but at Niagara University.
Yes, please feel free to reach out to them. And if you guys don't have any more questions, that is okay too. We do encourage you to come and visit NU if you haven't so far. Come stop by for a tour, and we can always set you up with, if you wanted to meet with Professor Hinckley, we can always set that up as well. I'm going to send the visit link in the chat box, and all of our lovely ladies have sent their contact information, so that's in there as well. And if we don't have any more questions, then you guys can feel free to hop off as long as you're all set with that, Professor Hinckley. And we just want to thank you guys for coming.
Yes,
Can we
yes.
just add one more?
Anyone who's visiting campus, you let us know. You'll be more than welcome to sit in on classes. You can meet with students and just don't hesitate to contact admissions, contact me, or contact Kaylee, Bella, Gabby.
Yeah, and just to add, like, I know it might be feel a little weird to reach out to us, but I promise you that, like, we would love to talk to you guys about anything that you would like to talk about, any questions you have about the program or about the PreLaw Association. Like, we would love to reach out to you. We'd love to hear from you. So don't feel weird. Even if you guys text us, I promise it's not weird. Just let us know. And we can't wait to hear from you. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.